Sir, ano muna, statement about dun sa sinasabi po ninyo na nadagdag na budget sa DPWH when in fact during the deliberations in the Senate, you were asking nga po na slash, pero after the Bicam nadagdagan po.
Correct, that's the main issue, ano? Kasi I recommended na ma-slash yung something like 60 billion, ano? Based on different issues. Yung overlapping projects, tapos double appropriations, and then multipurpose buildings. Ang nangyari, pagdating ng Bicam, nadagdagan pa siya ng 28 billion plus. Ano? Ang movements, nag-add sila ng 83 billion pesos sa yung movements, ano? Yung increases. Ano? And there were decreases, nakaregister na 55 billion. So saan nanggaling yung 28 billion? Siyempre, hindi naman makukuha na yung sa loob ng DPWH. Nangyari, dinagdagan yung budget pa ng DPWH ng 28 billion. Kinuha yan from other departments. Now, as we speak, we cannot yet determine kung saan nanggaling yon yung 28 billion. But obviously, kinaltas nila yon sa iba't ibang ahensya. No? Ang reference doon sa previously approved Senate version at saka yung House version. For example, ang initially nakita namin ay, I'm not sure if this is the accurate figure, pero mukhang nabawasan yung DND ng 8 billion. So we're still determining kung ito yung sa modernization program ng armed forces kasi 8 billion na nawala doon. And also, based on the Senate version and the House version, dinagdagan namin yung DICT ng 5.9 or 5 billion, ano? 2 billion sa House and 3 billion sa Senate. So umabot siya ng 5.9 billion pesos for the National Broadband Program. Ang naiwan na lang doon, kasi ang naging incremental increase na lang, a little less than 1 billion. So that's 900 million plus another, say, 900 million. So ang naiwan na lang sa broadband program, 1.8 billion thereabouts.
Sir, so aside from DND and DICT, yun pa lang so far, sir, yung nasisilip nyo na mukhang binawasan at dinagdag po sa DPWH, sir?
Yeah, that is correct. Kasi hanggang ngayon, wala pa naman yung line-by-line adjustments, no, or realignments. Ang hawak pa lang namin as of last night, ano, yung joint explanatory notes, tapos yung special and general provision, at saka yung summary. This also happened when we approved on third reading the Senate version. Kasi ang nireport out sa floor, sa plenary, summary. So I was, since that time, November 26, when we approved it, I was asking for a detailed copy of the Senate version. So hanggang umabot sa December 1, yung convening ng bicameral conference between the House and the Senate, humihingi pa rin ako doon. So binigay yan 10 o'clock or 1 hour after the bicameral conference had already convened. Doon pa namin nakuha because ang sinasabi ko sa LBRMO, no, na how can we represent more efficiently yung Senate sa bicameral conference if we don't know what we are representing because wala nga yung details. So ganun din ang nangyari doon sa signing last Monday or Tuesday na kung saan or Wednesday, ano, hinihingi ko rin nasaan yung Bicam report na pinipipirmahan sa amin. And that's the reason why I did not sign the bicameral conference committee report, and that's also the reason why I did not vote in favor of the bicameral report. Kasi ang gusto ko, kung pipirma ako sa isang dokumento, especially sa isang napaka-importanting bill like the National Budget or General Appropriations Act, gusto ko, alam ko yung pinipirmahan ko. So yun ang reason. And rightly so, yun nga initially nakita namin sa pag-examine namin doon sa summary na binigay sa amin.
Sen, sorry po, ulitin ko lang po. Magkano po yung nabawas sa DICT? Magkano rin po yung natira? And dun sa natira, ano na lang po yung kayang ma-achieve nun for the National Broadband Project po?
Okay, very quickly. Ang nire-recommend ng DICT, 18 billion. even during the budget call. Ang inapprove sa National Expenditure Program na pinoward sa Congress, 900 million. So short sila ng 17 billion. Ang ginawa namin, nagdagdag yung House ng 2 billion pesos. That's fine. So naging 2.9. Under the Senate version, dinagdagan namin ng 3 billion more. So naging 5.9. And according to the ICT, that's okay with them because kung 5.9 billion yung kanilang budget for the National Broadband Program, pwede na silang mag-layout from NCR all the way to Davao City, excluding Regions 1 and 2. So yun ang magagawa nila ma-accomplish with 5.9 billion pesos. Ang problema pagdating sa Bicam, tinanggal yung 2 billion, tinanggal yung 3 billion, at ang naiwanan lang, less than 1 billion. So ang naiwan do sa National Broadband Program na budget, nasa mga 1.8, 1.9 billion pesos. So hindi pa natin alam kung anong kayang gawin ng DICT or if at all, kung kaya ba nila makapag-start para sa kanilang National Broadband Program. Remember, this is very important. Dahil may pandemic tayo, ang lahat ng kilos natin ngayon, tulad ng ginagawa natin, through online. Online learning, online conferences, lahat. So virtual. And yet, kung nabigay yung budget kompleto sa DICT, they can roll it out and in 5 years time, according to them, makakatipid yung national government, wala pa itong LGUs, ng 34 billion pesos. For the first year, pag roll out nila, agad-agad mga 738 million pesos ang savings. Kasi lahat kami sa national government nagsusubscribe sa private telcos, di ba? So kung maro-roll out yung national broadband, magkakaroon ng free wifi, ang laki sana ng pakinabang ng bansa, especially yung national government agencies and papunta na rin sa mga local government agencies pagdating sa interoperability. So mas madali mag-communicate, so to speak. Ang problema, mukhang hindi ako sang-ayon niya doon sa sense of priorities dahil inuna pa yung mga infrastructure projects, lalo na yung mga multipurpose buildings.
Sen, last on my part po, ano pong explanation ni Senator Angara about what happened sa Bicam? And tama ba yung sense namin na parang mas marami po yung nanalo sa amendments, nanalo quote-unquote, sa amendments ng House kaysa po sa Senate? Dun sa final
I would like
report.
to think that way, na mas marami yung na-adapt do sa House contingent. Kasi ang sinight na reason during my interpellation last Wednesday, ang sinight na reason ni Senator Angara, masasacrifice yung buong budget kung hindi niya pagbibigyan yung House contingent. So implying na baka hindi approvean o hindi i-ratify ng House yung version na kung saan hindi madadagdagan yung kanilang realignments and insertions ng 28 billion pesos, at least sa DPWH budget. So yun nga yung nakakalungkot because even during my interpellation, plenary interpellation sa budget ng DPWH, even Senator Angara along with Secretary Villar acknowledged na yung 793 line items para sa mga multipurpose buildings amounting yung uniform appropriation of 1 million pesos, hindi implementable. And they acknowledge it kasi yung 2 million nga, skeleton na, lalo na yung 1 million. And I think there's a policy in the DPWH na pagka less than 2 million yung cost ng project, especially multipurpose, hindi ito implementable, hindi feasible. So why on earth would we still insist in retaining the 793 items na uniformly budgeted at 1 million pesos. So I cannot see the logic.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you po. Guys, kayo na.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon po.
Yeah, good
Joy, sir.
afternoon.
Joy, sir. Sir, you mentioned sa statement niyo, sir, merong 83 billion na DPWH infrastructure projects na na-migrate sa ibang mga agencies. Sir, would you know saan sila napunta? Yung 83 billion?
Wala pa kasi yung details Wala pa yung line by line. So there's no way for us, at least as of now, to find out where the 83 plus billion went, to which projects, to which districts, or to which provinces. Yun yung nag-migrate, either nag-migrate or inaugment yung ibang existing items. Now, siyempre, may pagkukunan dapat yung 83 billion. So yun nangyari, yung 55 billion pesos naman, ito yung either ni-remove nila completely yung item, yung PAPs, or binawasan nila yung budget ng ilang mga proyekto under DPWH. So, 83 minus 55, may difference yung 28 billion plus. So, saan kukunin yung 28 billion? Sagad na yung nakuha nila, nabawasin nila at natanggal nila under the DPWH budget. So, ang ginawa nila, doon na sila humugot ngayon sa mga ibang departments. Now, we still don't know which departments or which agencies ang binawasan para makumpleto yung 28 billion plus. Ang alam lang namin initially, yun nga 8 billion from the DND at ang sinasabi nga ni Secretary Lorenzana, yung nabawas para sa AFP modernization program, ang pagkaalam niya initially nagamit sa pandemic. No. Yung 8 billion na kinalta sa kanilang AFP modernization, doon napunta doon sa additional budget ng DPWH.
And sir, hindi pa natin alam kung anong items yung 8 billion na yun, no? Kung paano siya na-distribute. Or would you know na? Hindi pa,
no?
No,
hindi pa. Wala pa sa amin yung details eh. Ang hawak pa nga lang namin ngayon, yung joint explanatory note, pagkatapos yung special and general provisions, at saka yung summary. Summary ng Bicam report. So pag sinabing summary, walang detalye ito.
walang detalye.
And I've been asking for that even before we signed the bicameral report. And that's the reason why, as I said, I refused to sign the bicameral report.
Sir, you mentioned during the interpellation na may mga nadagdag pa na multi-purpose buildings. Would you know, sir? And sabi niyo, alam niyo yung mga distrito.
Yeah, alam ko kung saan napunta, but we don't know kung kanino. Ang masasabi lang natin, nagpunta ito sa mga lugar-lugar kasi initially makikita naman doon. And we'll find out as we go on in our scrutiny of the enrolled bill, pagka papunta na sa Malacanang. So I just hope that as in, I think 2018, when the President vetoed 95 billion pesos worth of infrastructure projects, the items of which were inserted post-Bicam or post-ratification. And I do hope that the President, with the advice of the concerned agencies and departments, particularly DBM and DPWH, sana ibito niya rin yung excessive na mga augmentation na ginawa ng mga lawmakers. The point is, kapag hindi involved yung DPWH or any agency for that matter sa planning, ang naging resulta, underutilization, underspending. Because how could DPWH implement a project na hindi sila involved sa planning because masyadong capricious at saka arbitrary yung pag-realign ng budget na ginawa ng mga members ng bicameral conference committee ng both the House and the Senate. So, kaya nga that explains why ang average underspending ng DPWH from 2011 hanggang 2018, and I pointed this out, nasa 82 billion pesos. Yun ang average, yearly average. At yung kanilang disbursement rate, napakababa, nasa mga 32% lang. So, yun ang nangyayari, nasasayang lang yung authorization na binibigay ng Kongreso sa Executive Department, particularly sa mga agencies na hindi nila kayang implement. And rightly so, because how could they implement something or a project na hindi naman nila pinlano? Wala sa kanilang konsiderasyon, wala sa priorities. Ito'y niralan lang o pinakialaman lang ng mga congressmen na wala namang consultation sa agency or agencies concerned.
Sir, matagal nyo na rin inaaral yung budget, no? Ano usually yung intention? Bakit nangyayari itong ganito, sir? Lalo na yung pagdadagdag ng maliliit na items.
This is the budget for 2021. As we all know, 2022, May of 2022, ito yung election, national and local elections. So we can just speculate na preparation ito because ang nag-realign ng ganitong kalalaki, mga congressmen. And ito pa yung issue, no? Because there's a change of leadership and that would explain, and this will be proven later by the deductions and the additions na ginawa do sa budget ng DPWH sa mga districts. Because under the old leadership, the previous leadership sa House, nakita natin na mayroong mga districts na close to former Speaker Cayetano na malalaki yung kanilang allocations. And then, due to the leadership change, nag-shift na yon. Lalo nang na-pronounce yung shift ng big allocations at saka yung small or no allocations doon naman sa sa mga allies ng bagong leadership sa House. So it happens all the time, And while I also mentioned na hindi ko naman kino-question yung collegial nature, yung deliberative nature ng Congress kasi kung isa dalawang boses lang matatalo sa boto, and that's actually what's happening to me, Kasi nag-iisa lang naman akong ako nga lang mag-isa nag-dissenting vote do sa bicameral report.
Sir, sorry, huli na. Would you know kung ilan yung nadagdag pa na ang tawag dito, multipurpose buildings?
Hindi pa. Wala pa ngayon details.
Wala pa rin, no? Wala pa rin.
Yeah.
Okay. Sige, sir. Salamat po. Next, si Eunice.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, yung question ka lang po, bukod sa DICT, saan niyo po pala nakikita na posibleng paggamitan pa yung pondo na napunta sana sa DPWH?
Yun nga, yung sa AFP modernization, in the amount of 8 billion pesos. Well, si Senator Angara claimed during the interpellation last Wednesday na hindi naman talaga nabawasan yung budget ng DICT. Nadagdagan pa nga ng 900 million. But the point is, na-approve na ito rin yung isang issue. Yung bicameral conference, ito yung nire-reconcile yung disagreeing provisions. Yun ang intent. Pero dahil nagdagdag na yung House ng 2 billion, nagdagdag na yung Senate ng 3 billion, bakit naging 900? Di ba dapat ang pag-uusapan na lamang doon, ang parang paglalaroan na lang na figure is 5 billion. No? Kung i-adapt ba lang yung House version or Senate version or combination. Pero hindi naman yung tinanggal na yung 2 billion ng House, tinanggal pa rin yung 3 billion ng Senate. So ang naiwan nga, 900 million plus the 900 million under the NEP, 902 million, 1.8. I haven't spoken to the ICT because ako yung sponsor ng budget nila. Kung ano yung kayang gawin ng 1.8 billion compared to the original 18 billion pesos that they were requesting under the NEP.
Ay, nakamute pala. Hello, sir. Yung ano lang po, sa election, sir, do you think mas maaga po itong paghahanda nila doon sa election yung mga congressmen po?
Well, we can speculate on that. Kasi maagang preparation. Kasi nga, bakit ang lalaki ng, di ba, I have already pointed out na yung pinadala sa amin na General Appropriations Bill, yung House version, a high of 15.351 billion in one district alone, to a low or the lowest was 620. Ang hindi namin alam pa ngayon, ano yung movements doong per district. Anong districts yung nawalan o nabawasan, anong districts yung nadagdagan pa o nakapag-create ng bagong items under the bicameral report.
Sir,
And we can establish a pattern here. All we have to do is tingnan natin kung kaninong alyado yung mga nadagdagan o na-createan ng mga bagong items under the budget.
Sir, pag nakuha niyo po, isisiwalat niyo po yung mga distrito na nakakuha.
Well, that's the point that I'm trying to raise each time that we deliberate on the budget. Kasi kung hindi naman malalaman ng mga taxpayers ninyo, through media, para ano to pang yung ginagawa namin na nagpupuyat kami almost every night sa pagde-deliberate. Ganon din lang pala, di magdiretsong Bicam na lang kami. Ang gamitin na lang yung National Expenditure Program, i-Bicam namin diretso, hindi pa kami napagod. But that's not the whole point. Yung budget is taxpayers' money. Di ba? Hindi ba dapat lahat tayo concerned? And, it's not a good line of thought na pabayaan na lang natin sa iilan yung pagmamanggel, pagjajagel, at saka paglalaro sa budget. Mali naman yata yun. Kasi nga, even at the time na meron tayong pandemic, limitado yung movements ng goods and services, dadagdagan mo pa ng 28 billion pesos yung DPWH, nahirap na nga sila mag-implement because of the coronavirus. Yung nga walang coronavirus, 82 billion nga yung average annual, dagdag mo 28. So, ang easily, we can deduce na 82 plus 28 yung magiging pre-pandemic pa yon. Ngayon may pandemic pa, di lalo pang lalaki yung underutilization na dapat magamit sana doon sa mas kailangan. Kasi ang sabi nga ng NEDA, reset, rebound, recover. Paano tayo makaka-reset, rebound, recover kung ganyan ang ginagawa sa budget?
Alright, thank you po, sir.
Sir, si She.
Yes, yeah.
Sir, tama bang sabihin, disappointed kayo kay Senator Sani Angara as chairman of the committee because you were expecting na magiging balance talaga yung final budget na version? Na
Well, I can only understand this position. Yung situation niya napakahirap. Because kailangan mag-strike siya ng balance between the needs and priorities of the House and the Senate and the country. Kung ako yon, ang susundin ko, siyempre, on top of it all, yung national interest. No? Pero ang sinabi niya nga, when I interpolated him, baka hindi may pasa yung budget, baka mag-reenacted tayo. Pero kung gano'n na lang lagi ang mangyayari, na we will just surrender to the whims and caprices of some congressmen, mostly allied with the leadership, whether old or new leadership. Sabi ko nga, wag na tayo mag-deliberate kasi nagsasayang tayo ng energy, nagsasayang tayo ng effort. But that's not the way it should be, di ba?
Sir, as far as you are concerned, hindi talaga naging balance yung budget. Kahit na ginamit ni Senator Angara,
No,
balance.
at the very least, it is not responsive to the theme or to the budget philosophy of reset, rebound, recover. Kasi may emphasis yan eh. Even in the President's message, sinabi niya na importante yung internet connection, importante yung online services. Tapos re-echoed pa ito ng NEDA Director General, Carl Chua. Sinabi niya rin na talagang dapat tingnan nating mabuti yung pangangailangan under the pandemic dahil puro online tayo ngayon. Even yung mga estudyante natin, naka-online tayo ngayon sa halip na nandiyan tayo sa Senate at face-to-face nag-uusap. So, ang hindi pa namin na-check, kasi kailangan ng 2.7 billion for the national ID rollout. Ito yung request ni NEDA Director General. I haven't checked yet, I haven't verified kung dadagdagan ba ng 2.7 billion yung budget ng PSA para sa national ID pag-roll out. Initially, when I brought the matter up with Senator Angara, he was amenable. But of course, limitado nga yung kanyang capability being the one representing the Senate. What if the congressman would not want to augment the 2.7 billion na kailangan sa national ID at sa halip, mas importante sa kanila yung multipurpose buildings or yung repropping, aka slow protection, and right-of-way budget. Kung mas importante sa kanila yon, baka hindi na naman naipasok yung additional 2.7 billion.
Sir, ano na lang yung matitira sa inyong option? For example, kasi ngayon hawak nyo lang parang executive summary, di ba? Tapos ayun, na-approve na yung Bicam report. Kung may makikita kayo doon na mga talagang entries na questionable, maliban doon sa DICT na bakit ganun yung budget cut, ano yung mga next move, remaining move ninyo?
Well, I'm thinking of writing Malacanang to point out or at least assist them to identify yung mga excessive na augmentation, realignments, at saka yung unconscionable or unreasonable na mga deductions. But of course, wala naman tayong magagawa doon sa mga na-reduce na because the President can only veto yung line items. Hindi naman sa pwede maglipat. So, lost cost na yung National Broadband Program, lost cost na yung partially yung sa AFP modernization. Ang magagawa lamang yung halimbawa yung 28 billion plus, yun ang i-veto or even more than the 28 billion na nadagdag sa budget ng DPWH. And I think even the leadership of the DPWH would agree that hindi nila kayang i-absorb. Unang-una, hindi nila alam kung ano yon. Malalaman lang nila pag naandyan na yung kopya ng GAA. And ang nangyayari, as in the past, nagugulat na lang sila na may budget pala isang project na hindi naman nila napag-aralan. So papasok na naman sa kanila and madidiscredit na naman yung agency na malaki yung underspending nila.
Sir, last na lang sa akin. Eto nga, yung nangyari dito, hindi kayo, wala naman kayo dun sa point na kinoconsider nyo na next year, hindi na lang ako magpa-participate actively dito sa budget proceedings as vice chairman, considering na at the end of the day, lagi na lang na kung hindi nababaliwala yung amendments na in-introduce ko na parang, anong tawag dito, sir? Parang naaano siya ng executive department. Nawawala naman dun sa Bicam version.
Taon-taon iniisip ko yan, pero taon-taon hindi ko naman ginagawa. Every time mangyayaring ganito, iniisip ko, wag na lang kaya. Pero pagdating ng budget deliberations, andyan na naman ako. So, ganon nangyayari. So, ang pinaka-message na lang dito is, see you next year.
Okay.
To point
you,
out
sir.
na parang ang nangyayari na lang, year after year, sasabihin ko na lang, I told you so. Dahil ito hindi nyo nagamit, ito mali ang paggamit, ito nagdoble-doble gamit, kasi nga, kulang sa planning because hindi naman involved yung mga congressmen, mga senators sa planning. Kami, nagbibigay lang ng authorization doon sa executive branch, sa mga agencies na gumastos. Pero nangyayari, even under the NEP, no, doon pa lang nakapagsingit na yung mga ibang legislators, yung mga listo, yung mga makikisig, yung mga may connection, yung mga kayang gamitin yung kanilang position para, for lack of a better word, to harass the agency or agencies na gusto nilang pakialaman yung implementation. Ang role lang namin talaga, wala kaming role dapat sa budget preparation. Ang role namin is sa budget authorization. And after that, after implementation, yung oversight. Yun lang kami. Pero nangyayari nga ngayon, sobra na yung pakikialam ng Kongreso sa budget na pati yung preparation, pinanghihimasukan na. So, it's a sad commentary ng legislative work na dapat yun lang ang ginagampanan namin.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sikat na po, sir. Thank you po.
Sir, good afternoon, Kat po.
Good afternoon.
Sir, first, sir, how do we avoid the mangling and the juggling of the budget? Should Bicam discussions be open to the public or do you see other solutions to avoid it po?
Well, the ball is now in the court of Malacanang. And I just hope that the President will again exercise his veto power correctly. Na yung mga excesses, wag niyang hayaan. Yun na lang inaasahan natin. So, on my part, on the part of like-minded legislators, sana wag kaming tumigil. And on your part, sana wag din kayong tumigil na mag-receive ng information from us kung meron kami nakikitang anomalies or mga dubious na mga insertions and realignments. Sana, inform nyo na rin yung ating mga kababayan kasi ang tagal ma-educate na mga kababayan natin. Ang nakikita lang kasi yung mga short-term na mga pakinapang. Yung pagdating ng eleksyon, binibigyan sila ng 500 pesos, 1,000 pesos. Hindi lang nakita yung far-reaching implication na yung 3 taon ng binoto nila, yung 6 na taon binoto nila, sinasalbahin naman sila for the longest time. Ang bawi lang nila yung 45 days at saka yung 90 days na nangangampanya si congressman o kaya si senador.
Sir, pa-explain lang, sir, what is the wisdom behind yung House's decision to withdraw its own amendments? Because I would understand if it would reject yung mga amendments na ginawa ng Senate. But pati po yung sarili kasi nilang amendment, parang tinanggal nila. So
Exactly. There's no wisdom. Exactly. Anong wisdom nun? Ikaw na nga nagdagdag, inalis mo pa. So the only reason probably is kinapos sila para sa kanilang mga personal projects. At wala na silang makitang pagkunan o pag-initan, kundi yung sarili rin nilang in-increase na budget. So yun lang ang nakikita kong logical explanation, which is not really logical.
Sir, last na sa akin. Sir, there are proposals to extend the validity of the 2020 budget and the Bayanihan to recover as one. Sir, do you agree with this, and will this somehow boost lawmakers' campaign kitties for the 2022 elections?
That's another issue, ano? Kasi nagka-cash-based budgeting tayo system. And yet, hindi naman natin kaya talaga mag-implement within 1 year. Sa ngayon kasi ang budget, yung release document, yun na yung GAA. Paglabas ng GAA, yun na yung pinakasaro. So, kaya bang implement within 1 year? Remember, previous years, at least 2 years ago, di ba nag-extend na rin kami ng validity. Ginawa namin 2 years. And yet, we keep insisting na, hindi, cash-based tayo. Pero after 1 year, extend na naman tayo ng validity ng budget for another year. So here we are again, the same situation. There are now moves to extend the validity of the 2020 budget hanggang December 2021. So bakit pa tayo nagka-cash-based kung hindi rin kayang implement ng mga agencies within 1 year? O ma-obligate, at least ma-obligate.
Sir, in favor kayo doon na ma-extend, or mas agreeable po ba kayo dun sa sabi na it's a bad practice to extend and extend kasi medyo nagiging complacent yung rollout?
That is correct. Parang in-encourage mo yung complacency. Anyway, i-extend naman ng mga congressmen, ng mga senador yan. So ba tayo magmamadali na mag-implement or mag-obligate? Yun ang nangyayari. So on that note, probably I won't agree anymore to another extension of the validity of the national budget para naman madisiplina yung mga agency or agencies concerned na mag-implement sila within the time frame na binigay sa kanila ng General Appropriations Act.
Yun lang po from me, sir. Salamat po.
Thank you.
I think si Kuya Paolo po. Kuya Paolo.
Yeah,
Hello.
Paolo.
Ayan.
Yeah, Paolo.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Sir, just going back regarding the extension, in your experience in I think the last 2 GAAs na nag-extend kayo, na-fulfill ba yung purpose ng pag-extend, or there is still same underspending on those extended budgets? Na-achieve ba yung purpose nun, yung ginawa in the past?
Well, may improvement ng konti sa utilization rate.
Yes,
Pero
sir.
hindi rin talaga na-accomplish yung desired result.
Yes,
Dahil
sir.
ang laki pa rin ng underutilization. Ang laki pa rin ang baba pa rin noong disbursement rate. Kasi merong agencies, hindi pa umabot ng 40% yung disbursement. So, even if we extend the validity,
Yes, sir.
parang ganun pa rin yung nangyayari. So,
Sir, so assuming lang if this 2020 budget is extended, negligible din yung benefits that its proponents are touting or promoting now. Parang
well,
hindi naman ganun mararamdaman din ang yes, sir.
in the case of the 2020 budget, I think medyo reasonable because of the pandemic. Kasi nag-start yung pandemic natin, February, di ba? Yung first case,
sir.
parang February 17 or
Yes,
March.
sir.
And parang halos yung buong taon, hindi masyado nakagalaw yung pag-deliver ng mga services, yung construction, medyo nag-stagnate. So, for that reason, probably,
Yes, sir.
merong parang sabihin natin may justification na ma-extend. Pero wala pa nga pandemic, nag-extend na rin tayo eh. So, when will this end, yung extension ng validity? Gawin na lang natin uling may continuing appropriations kung ganyan din lang. Wala na.
Okay ka na, Kuya Pao?
Okay, sir. Hello. Sorry, so naputol, choppy. Sir, last, you mentioned that you intend to write the President Malacanang on this. I think you're assuming that the changes or this what you call capricious amendments made at the Bicam were not sanctioned by anybody from Malacanang. But do you think itong ginawa din ng mga Kongs somehow, alam din, or may basbas din ng palasyo, considering na at the very least, with or without corruption or malintent, ang NEP naman, any administration, gusto nila as much as possible, hindi naman ginagalaw yung NEP. And in the case of DICT, binarik din na sa 900. I mean, to make it short, ano ba to, sir? You see any influence from Malacanang here, or totally a house thing? This what you call mangling of the GAB at the Bicam level.
Paolo, the taste of the pudding is in the eating. We'll find out kung may bibito si Presidente at kung ano yung bibito niya. I'm sure even without outside help, yung mga agencies niya, yung mga agency heads and the staff would know kung ano yung dapat i-veto at ano yung dapat i-retain. So, and to answer your question, I don't think Malacanang is in conspiracy with the House or the Senate in the mangling of the national budget, particularly yung budget ng DPWH.
Okay
Sir,
na?
Joyce, pwede ako isa lang.
Sige. Sige.
Hi, sir. Sir, Nympha po.
Yan, pa.
Afternoon, sir. Sir, may sinabi si Senator Angara kahapon na kaya na hindi na po ginalaw o pinagbigyan na yung House para hindi magtagal yung budget. Kasi pag hinayaan, aabutan na kayo ng pagsasara ng taon. Reason ba yun, sir?
Well, I cannot accept that as a reason. Kasi kung ganyan lagi reason, mamimihasa naman yung House. Parang hostage na yung Senate, di ba? So, while sabi ko, I understand his situation perfectly. Kasi siyempre, ang primordial concern niya, maipasa yung budget on time. Maipadala sa Malacanang on time before we go on recess. Pero kung ganun lagi yung sasabihin natin na pagbigyan natin yung mga congressmen, otherwise, hindi naman sila papayag na maipasa yung budget. So, it has become a vicious cycle. As a matter of fact, ganun na lang ba taon-taon na pagbibigyan natin yung kapritsyo nila para hindi nila i-hostage yung budget? Parang mali yata.
Salamat po, sir.
Sir, ako isa na lang po, Joyce ulit, sir. Sir, kasi di ba minention nyo, hindi in tune sa theme yung... binanggit nyo na hindi na nga po in tune sa theme yung kinalabasan ng budget. Would you say, sir, na ang mas na-prioritize yung personal interests ng mga congressmen over the country's interests? With the
apparently, ganun na nangyari. Kasi hindi naman priority ng national government yung mga pinaglalagay nila doon. In fact, di ba, naglagay ako ng special provision. Dinagdagan ko yung assistance to local government units, especially those hit by the 3 typhoons, Rolly, Ulysses, and Quinta. Pumayag yung Malacanang doon because I heard Secretary Año reporting to the President and it was supported by the President openly, na bigyan ng additional assistance, financial assistance, yung mga LGUs na tinamaan ng bagyo para makapagpagawa sila hindi lamang ng mga evacuation centers o kaya healthcare facilities, kung hindi pati yung pang-develop nila doon sa mga nasira nilang mga infrastructure. So nagdagdag ako doon ng 20 billion. At least I recommended to augment the ALGU fund, LGSF fund, ng 20 billion. Now, the Senate version adopted 15 billion out of the 20 billion. Pagdating ng Bicam, naubos. Ang naiwan na lang 4 billion. Kasi nga, kailangan meron silang pagkunan para do sa mga personal na mga projects, mga pet projects na mga congressmen. Ang nangyayari, because alam nyo, ang malungkot dito, we all know for a fact na meron namang attendant corruption involved pagdating sa mga pet projects ng mga congressmen or ng mga legislators. Not everybody, Pero some, minsan sila na mismo contractor. Meron kaming alam, kapatid yung contractor. So kaya pinupuno nila ng projects yung kanilang mga districts, hindi lang sa gusto nilang tumulong sa districts, kundi gusto nilang mas malaking malaki yung project ng kapatid o kaya yung sarili nila. So yun ang naging problema. Pag pinusukan mo ng personal interest above national interest, yung national budget talagang naloko na ang buhay natin.
Okay, thank you, sir. Salamat po.
Thank you. Salamat na tayo. Okay na
Sir,
tayo.
salamat po sa inyo,
Thank
sir.
you.
So, ma'am.
Salamat.
Thanks, sir.
Ingat kayo. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.